Hi, my name is Frankie. Thank you for listening to my mom. I never listen.
So pleased to be joined by one of the top guards in the Horizon League, Emaia O'Brien from Detroit Mercy. Emaia, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, you got a really good story, and I want you to share it with us. 5'1", small but powerful. Tell me where that comes from.
Well, honestly, like my whole family is small. My whole life it's just been just me like playing against my older brothers and things like that. So when I became a basketball player when I was young, like first grade, I was smaller than everybody. I had to find different ways to, you know, be aggressive and be explosive and be able to play. So just me being feisty and me being ready to play and just aggressive brought me time on the floor. So that just contributed to where I'm at now.
Well, you certainly are contributing, that's for sure. I mean, you're one of the top scoring point guards. You're third in the league in steals. You're a good two-way player. Where does that drive to play the game at such a high level come from?
Um, Honestly, just the coaches believing in me. I think
Mhm.
because I'm smaller, so a lot of people don't think that I can defend very well or that I'm not uh, capable on defense because of the height difference and stuff like that. But I just try to be like aggressive on ball, stay in
Yeah.
it. But the coaches are giving me confidence every day in practice and just every day throughout uh, just me talking to them and things like that. I get a better understanding of where I can be aggressive, or what times I can steal the ball, and what times I can be, you know, me.
Amaya, anywhere else in the world you go and people say, what a pest, what an annoyance, what a pain in the butt, that would be all things you would never want to hear. But for you, those are compliments in some ways, right?
Yes, always, always.
Tell me why. Why are you such a pesky defender?
Um, I don't know. I think well, Coach Kate, one of my coaches here at Detroit Mercy, calls us the gritty city. And being from Detroit, I think that I
Yes.
do bring that grittiness. Like I have to be on edge. I have to like if we this gonna be the gritty city, I have to be that person that brings it out of us. But like you said, like when people say pesk and stuff like that, like those are intentional, like not negative words, but those are words that people honestly don't want to hear. But I think that that just brings me up. Like it brings me like it brings me make me ready to play. Like it brings me excitement. It gets me ready. I think like you said, like just the peskiness and stuff like that. Like that's what annoy people, but that's what makes me a good defender, and I feel like makes my team better.
No question about it. The gritty city I love, and you are from Detroit, and you
Yes.
went away to Long Island University, and then you were NEC Rookie of the Year. You had a great career there. You did really well. You got better every year. Now you decided to come back to Detroit. What was it that brought you back besides family? Give me something else.
The coaches, um, like I said, like Coach Kate and the rest of the coaching staff are like very, very honest and like approachable. They're nice people.
Yeah.
I think my first time meeting Coach Kate, she just had this big smile on her face. Like as soon as I walked in, she just like looked at me and was smiling. And I had heard like a lot about her and the things that she did, especially like her first year here and things like that. So being able to just come home and then be in this environment around Coach Kate, Coach Kiefer, Coach Y, and all of them, like just brought me this like this is home. Like before I went to LIU, I was getting recruited by Mercy by a different coach, but the same feeling that I had then is the feeling that I had coming back here when I met Coach Kate. Like this is where I want to be. This is home.
Yeah. You only got to spend a few minutes with you, Amaya, to see how much you love what you're doing. You mentioned Kate Octor a couple of times, and I've known Kate for a little while. And you guys helped her get career win number 100. That had to have been a special time. What was that like for you to help her accomplish that milestone?
It was actually honestly like really fun. Um, we had like a couple of games to like get it before. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but just to have that like her 100th win on the home floor was a big celebration. Like I know we talked about it and that she like preached on it and stuff. Like we didn't like a lot of the other players didn't know that this was like one of her games, like one of the big games. But
Yeah.
the ones that did know it, like we wanted to win it so bad for her, like we really did.
It feels like a 1-2 punch with you and Aaliyah McQueen, and the level of scoring, the defense, the rebounding, all of it. You guys are one of 3 teams right now in the Horizon League that have 2 players in the top 10 in scoring. I always look at that because there's a yin and a yang, a plan A, plan B. Like there's always a counter punch, you know. How do you view you and Aaliyah together playing and helping Detroit really to one of their best seasons in a long time so far?
Honestly, it just brings me back. Me and Leah played AAU together, so it's kind of like it's back. Like to me, it feels like we're back playing AAU, back on the AAU circuit, just having fun. But this time we get to do it in front of a lot of fans, a lot of people in our hometown, which is really good. And we got like other people around us that's like capable of like giving us the ball and doing other things too. But I do think, like you said, the 1-2 punch is like it's really nice to have someone that has your back and has other people back. But I think that the things that I do, she can do, and the things that she can do, I can do, which makes us good.
You just complement each other, which is it's really nice. It gives you a full circle feeling. Certainly preparing to go against you guys, but also for Kate Doctor, she has to know what she's going to get every day, and that is high energy and locked in, which I know that you are. You say playing in Detroit in front of a lot of fans and a lot of family. You and Aaliyah also share that you are both one of 7, so you both have a lot of siblings.
Yes.
You know, survival of the fittest is what I think immediately when I think about a bunch of kids around the dinner table, right? By the time the potatoes get passed or the bread gets passed, there might not be any, right? I mean, what have you? What is that dynamic like? You know, because I think those that have many siblings have a really good understanding of team before they even pick up a ball.
I think it's just an understanding of like who has your back. Like at the end of the day, I know my family. Like growing up, if one of us did something wrong, we was all taking the blame for it because like we're family. We don't want that person to get in trouble, so we're all like together.
You'd pick up for one of your brothers or sisters if they did something wrong. You might all confess to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, and I think that's where we are as a team now. Like you said, like me and Leah are one of 7, but like I think that now it's just like we know that the team's gonna have our back. We have the team's back, so I think like it's easier to play with people that you know is gonna have your back and to go out there and do like play hard and be aggressive every day. Because at the end of the day, when you do something, like the team feeds off a lot, like a lot of the team feeds off us. So when we do something, the whole team does it. When we play bad or we play good, like the whole team feeds off of it, which is like really good.
That is one of the best things I've heard in a long time. The way you phrase that is absolutely perfect. That's going to change my my mindset on the dinner table with big families. It's going to be about having each other's back and taking the blame so one person gets in trouble. But that's true. Like you talk about trust in basketball. A lot of coaches talk about it. People talk about trust the process, trust my rotations, trust that I'm going to be there on the backside. But you really have to live that, and you have to understand what that means. Tell me what trust means to you.
One, trust is like being there no matter what. To know like if you fall, this person is gonna pick you up. 2, just having that person's back, and then 3 is to like believe in the person that believes in you. In all honesty, like my family believed in me, just like Leah family believes in her, just like Coach Kate believes in our team. If you believe in this person, they're gonna believe in you, and that's how trust is. If you guys meet on ends of like believing and trust, or you trust this person, they're bound to trust you.
I love that. You did that so well. That is such a great lesson for people to listen to and learn from. So, you know, I really didn't do you service by calling you small to start out the interview, but that's kind of like the first thing you notice when you look at your numbers or when you watch you play, right? Wow, what a small guard. I know people have called you small your whole life, and I'm sure people have said you can't, you won't, you don't, you're not able, you never will. I'm sure you've heard some of that in your path. How has that motivated you? Because obviously you're playing at a high level and you're doing really well.
hmm it just pushed me like over the edge. Like when I was younger, they always used to tell me like, you're small, you're probably not gonna play D1 because of your height. Everyone's gonna be taller than you. But I had coaches throughout my process that believed in me, um, showed me ways to play with my size around the game, helped me develop my skills, and they just believed in me. To When I went to Long Island University, that was one of like 3 D1 Division 1 offers I had. But I went there because, like how Coach K believes in me, the coach over there believed in me. Helped me develop my skills, helped me get better, helped me on the defensive end. When I came into college, I wouldn't say I was lacking, but a lot of people would score over me because of my height. But I think being there for those 3 years and then coming here, just helped me gain that confidence on defense. And because they believed in me and helped me develop, and I came here and Coach Kate and the staff did the same thing, and now I am what I am today.
I can see how much fun Coach Kate is having every day, having you in the gym with her. I want to ask you one more thing. And it is relative to your size because you played multiple sports. You played volleyball and softball in high school. You were an all-state track and field sprinter. So I know you're a great athlete. Why basketball? When people were looking at you, telling you at 5'1", you couldn't do it.
Because I never had to like second guess. Like in basketball, like when I first started, my mom wanted me to be a cheerleader, and like in the first day of like basketball trials, it was basketball or cheer. And I told my mom, I brought her the paper, and it was a basketball paper. And I just knew offhand like that's what I wanted to do. Then in middle school and stuff like that, I tried other sports just to see like my way around it, but I never really got that like passion for like track and volleyball. I knew I could do it because I was athletic enough, I was fast enough, and I was skilled. But I used those other sports to like help me in basketball. So when I had got that passion, I knew I had that passion for basketball. I just let it ride the way. So I picked basketball because the passion and the heart that I have for it is like too big to like not play basketball.
I have in my hometown a girls only sports camp. I've been doing it for 10 years, and it is a camp that introduces girls 5 to 10 years old, peer pressure free, introduces them to sport. So we don't really compete like play, but we experience and introduce the sport. So it might be somebody who's never had a field hockey stick in their hands, or maybe somebody who's never had a lacrosse stick. Everybody's kicked a soccer ball and shot a hoop before, but not everyone has put their feet in the sprinter blocks and done that. So I'm doing that because I think there's real merit in playing multiple sports when you get to high school, having different peer groups that you can align with, not having the same group of kids all the time, and using different muscles so that you're not constantly doing the same things over and over. I believe that's good for your mental health. I believe it's good for your physical health. And I think down the road, it's going to make you a really good teammate. When I say all those things to you, do you think you've benefited from all of those things through your path and your experience?
Absolutely. Like you said, just being able to have those different groups. I think during like growing up and stuff, like because I played other sports or because I was a part of different programs in school, I had people that was there for me outside of basketball. Basketball was the main sport I played, but when it was basketball season, I went to those other like track friends, volleyball friends, because like they didn't play basketball with me, so they could help me like in the outside world, get my mind off of basketball for a little bit, or just like help me see things from a different perspective.
Well, Emaia O'Brien, you're a real pleasure to spend time with. I mean, you are a spark plug and you are a pain in the butt at the same time. And both those things are compliments. I'm so proud to get to spend time with you and to learn more about your story. Thank you for sharing it all with us on Nothing But Net.
No problem. Thank you for having me.